Hey family, I just wanted to check in with you all, and it's midnight. Curtis and I are about to go to Jamaica for 5 days. I'm pretty excited, but I wanted to send you a note on updating where I've been with the research and looking forward to seeing everybody on July 29th. Originally, just a recap of what we talked about opening the charter school in Walton County. And Telly talked about looking at the two big schools there, paid schools, which is Loganville Christian Academy and George Walton Academy. Pretty much, those are our competitions in terms of, even though they're private schools, those are the only options other than the public school. And we talked about what do we need to offer to for that area. So that was the one thing. The other thing was to create an intentionally diverse socioeconomic population. So we are looking at a high end, a low end, and two middle. And what do we need to what do we need to offer at the school, and what do we need to have to attract and keep those parents? Originally, we talked definitely about STEM being a specialty school. We talked about if we want to have a diverse socioeconomic school, we have to offer things for everybody within that range. Natika is getting information regarding the surrounding cities. Miss Yolanda has gotten some data as well. Claudia has went and gotten some data from a charter school. When I come back on that Saturday, Curtis and I and Yolanda and Michelle are planning to go to the Charter 101 free webinar hosted by the Georgia Education. So those are just some updates. But this is some new information that I think we need to consider moving forward. The two schools. So George Walton Academy is a prep school. You need letters of recommendation and test scores. Test scores are important. They range from K4 to high school. K4 is $4,600 a month, and high school is $11,400 a month. Paying for the bus. They have a bus, you have to pay for it. Food you have to pay for, and after school costs you have to pay for. Loganville Christian Academy is pre-K through 12th grade. Pre-K is $3,500 and 12th grade is $9,400 a month. Theirs is letters from a pastor's, interviews for the children, interviews for the family, and recommendations. They are more selective. When I looked at both of their populations, Loganville Christian Academy is predominantly Anglo. George Walton Academy is mixed. George Walton Academy is a prep school, high success, good college, those types of things. So those are the two big schools that we would be competing with. And as you can see, money definitely is an issue for them. So then I looked at Monroe, Walton County, Clark County, Athens. I looked at between in those things, but I honed in on the schools in Walton County going up towards Athens into Clark County, because the surrounding schools in Loganville and Youth and Social Circle and all of those are all doing well. So I narrowed it down to these areas of schools that are not doing so well. Monroe High School is a 4 out of a 10, below average in State College and career preparedness. Carver Middle School in Monroe is a 4 out of 10, low progress in the last 2 years. But what I found very interesting, and they have 2 elementary schools in Monroe that are 5 out of 10. So 1 high school, 1 middle school, 2 elementary schools out of 10, 5 and below. Everything else is over. So we're looking at those areas. So moving forward, we'd have to see geographically are those areas close. But what I found so interesting is the population. The population for the high school, the middle school, and the two elementary schools are 23, 24, 25 respectively Hispanic. 41% white, 15% black. And pretty much that is 40 and above of white, 20 and above of Hispanic, and then black. And they had a significant amount, like 17% or more, that identified themselves as two or more races. And I think this really impacts our whole game plan. It's a higher Hispanic population, white, Hispanic, and then black. But I think that's a good thing, especially for you, Luis. That means you definitely have to be out there. But ESL, and typically Hispanics have a fervor, a passion for education. They really value it. So I think that that's a positive for us. In terms of income, they just had to low income and not low income. And this is on a school site. So when Ms. Yolanda and Atika come, we'll have more data. So this is some general data. But 50% not low income, 23% low income. All of them are 50% or more of not low income. I think the median household income was like $50,000. So those are just some things that we can think about. And then the other people, like in Loganville and the other schools, the other surrounding areas, the schools are doing well, we may be able to attract those students and parents because of the things we want to offer. But the summary or one of the things we have to think about is definitely don't want to do high school. And it's really the middle schools that are not doing so well. That was in Monroe. And then I looked in Athens and Clark County, closer to Monroe. Pretty much the same. It was 3 elementary schools that scored a 3 out of 10. And 1 middle school and 1 high school that scored a 3 out of 10. And in Clark County, 78% receive reduced lunch. I thought that was interesting. Same thing, black, non-black, Hispanic. A higher Hispanic rate than black. So it's white, Hispanic, than black. So those are what we have to look at when we talk about going to Walton County up there. I think now seeing the demographics, the change makeup in the racial diversity, I think we have a good idea of the economic. We have an idea of the 2 private schools that we would be competing with. And I think that those are the things that for our next meeting, takeaways based on that new information and whatever else I get, and share what will be the mission and the timeline and the place. So I feel like narrowing down the place where we want to do it, because that dictates the marketing and the funding and all those things. Okay, family, more to follow. I hope you like this way of me delivering the information. Moving forward, I'm getting more savvy where we can do the virtual meetings. But finance, Luis and Katrina, I think that both of you guys would be great on looking at the finance part of it, the funding part. And yeah, I think that's it. I will send you guys as another update. Like I said, when I get back, we're going to the Charter 101. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be in Jamaica, and I'll see y'all when I get back. Okay.